Broncos Country, we are back. We are live. This is Mic'd Up. I'm your host, Mike Carmellini. Joining me tonight, Mundungus, Creavey, MHRT, and Johnny Baki from the Orange and Blue Network. Gentlemen, welcome to the big stage. Let's go. What's up, fellas? How you feeling?
Oh, man, I'm good. I'm good, despite the fact that we've been in like a tornado watch for the last 36 hours. But as long as I don't get blown away tonight, Mundungus, I'm here to blow you away.
Ooh,
that sounds bad. Just right off.
I don't care.
I'll let your mind go there. How you doing, Mike?
I'm good. Little sleepy, but it's good. I get to kick the crap out of Johnny on a Broncos show, yes. So I'm good.
Well,
okay.
I got to tell you, first of all, I want to apologize to you guys for making you come in later than we planned on, but it all worked out. I'm glad we're here. And, yeah, I'm excited for the show. I've been waiting for this one. I was just on with Johnny on Tuesday night, he and Jay, right? Was that Tuesday night?
Yeah, it was
Tuesday
a great
night. Time.
It was a great show.
Great time. We've got Johnny and Jay on the Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue. I heard the story. I'm on board with it now. And, of course, Mundungus from 5280 with his wonderful crew. I have favorites. And Glenn is one of them. I just want to let you know that.
He's the babysitter.
He's the adult in the room, right?
Yes.
Is that what I get out of that?
Right. By at least 20 years.
Well, guys, yeah. Well, you know how I get with points, so watch what you say about age, first of all.
Let's not directed at you at all.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
be careful.
I feel like sitting here like being like Chris Crocker in like the early 2000s. Leave Glenn alone.
I'm surprised you're not an extra on one of those Viking shows that I love so much, to be honest.
I've tried. I actually tried.
Ty Guy says, "What's good, Johnny?" It's Taiwai.
What's up, bud?
And speaking of the father, the parent.
Already.
These guys don't mind coming later. Usually they come early. Oh my gosh, Glenn. It's a family show. It's not really a family show.
My wife would probably agree with him, actually.
See, everybody thinks that I make the shows go off the rails, but then there's proof right there.
Yeah, I think that we all know Glenn's role in all this. And Adon, hey, I'm an old man now, and this is past my bedtime. Will you stay up for a little bit, buddy? We need you, all 6'10" of you. Let's hop into the show a little bit. Let's we did the coin toss and Johnny won. So Johnny, why don't you? What do we got? What is this? I didn't even check the date. It is April 3rd, 2025, and yeah, we've picked up some new players. We got the draft in about 3 weeks. Broncos Country has got to be super psyched right now. Johnny, give me your State of the Union as we sit here today, would you?
Oh man, it is plain and simple. What a time to be a Broncos fan. I mean, we've gone through almost a straight decade of just abysmal play and player and coach carousels, and finally there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and it doesn't appear to be on the front of a train. And so we're sitting here. We brought in I think one of my a guy I knew in college. I'm not joking about this. Chase Daniel. I knew him at Mizzou.
Name dropping early.
Yeah, he came out. He came out on TV and he straight up said, he's like, the Denver Broncos have had the best offseason in the NFL. And he straight up he said that you took a top 3 defense and you made it better. And that right there, that means the Broncos are going to be cooking, in my opinion. We've added a playmaker on the offensive side in a position that we've needed for a long time. We really didn't lose anybody that was terribly important to the team this last season. So to me, the sky's the limit right now. And yeah. I'm very, very, very pleased with the state of the Broncos, and I can't wait to see what they're going to put together in 2025.
Yeah, love it. Well done. Michael Mundungus, Creavey, welcome to the show, buddy. What do you say? State of the Union for Broncos Country. They're bated breath, waiting to hear what you got to say.
I am so excited of where we're at. I mean, you look at the last 8, 9, 10 years, it's been bad coaching, bad quarterback play, bad offensive line. Defense has always kind of hung in there, but we finally have a coach that was able to change the culture, We're on the back end of the whole Russell Wilson thing. We have a quarterback that's only going to get better. We only have a hole, maybe one or two holes on the entire team. So it's great to be able to go into the draft, literally being able to just go best player available. And no matter what player you get is going to help the team because we don't have that many holes. It just feels great that we're able to go in and even be in the conversation of, hey, we could take the AFC West.
Yeah. Love that
And
too.
mean it.
Yeah, that's the good thing. Like, we're actually good now, so we don't have to make crap up to feel better about ourselves like other teams. I mean, we have the makings of a good team. And when you say only a few holes, we're talking about running back. We're talking about what else? What else?
Defensive tackle.
Yeah. It's definitely a want, right? You know, if you use the Sean Payton.
I think, and this is just my personal opinion, but I like DJ Jones, but I think you have to have someone there beside him to help him stop the run. And that's what we've been missing is when DJ Jones goes out, there's a big hole there in the run defense. So I think you have to add a defensive tackle.
I think that Philadelphia's shown what that push up the middle can do for a team against somebody like Kansas City. I also think that getting Dre Greenlaw and Kawabunga Hufanga kind of right up the guts of our defense will help that some. But yeah, I agree. I think we could use DT, and I do like the Elway score here going into the second round. So well done, you guys.
That's right. Oh,
right,
hey, Mike, do you mind if we real quick? I told you I had a joke for you.
Oh yeah.
And I was going to tell it. I want.
Let me get.
It's got to be a good joke, or you might get negative points.
That's for sure.
I know. I'm aware.
I like the fact that Mike's been watching. He knows the deal. Give us your joke, Johnny.
All right. So, what did the Raiders fan say when his team won the Super Bowl?
I don't know. He's dead now. It's been so long. I don't know.
Mom, why'd you wake me? It was such a good dream.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Wow.
I mean, that's not really an ad or a deduct. It's like, oh. I mean, you're kind of young to be telling dad jokes. It's like, oh.
I am a father of
dad
three.
Joke.
Mike,
Yeah.
I'm a father of three. I am allowed my dad jokes. Thank you very much.
Yeah. We'll keep the score where it is, but yeah, I'm not going to dock anything. It wasn't like awful. It was fine.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's go. Good take, bad take. Here's the take. Is it a good take or a bad take? Mike, let's start with you. Evan Ingram will be the leading receiver in 2025. Good take, bad take.
I'm going to go with bad take, and only because those are my only options. I think he'll be up there, but after this last season, you have to go with Cortland Sutton being the number one receiver. They're going to try to get him the ball. Bo Nix is going to be working on his deep ball accuracy. So when the deep balls go out, they're going to Cortland Sutton. I think Evan Ingram is going to be more in the slot, able to move around, short yardage gains, possession receiver. So he'll get his yards, and I still think he gets more than 1,000 yards. But I think Cortland's going to have that big season that we've been waiting for, that 13, 14, 1,500 yard season. So I think it's Cortland Sutton.
Yeah, I like that answer. You think Evan will have over 1,000 yards though?
Yes.
Wow, good for you, Johnny. What do you say? Good take, bad take.
Well, I mean, I hate to just agree with Mundungus right out the gate, but it's really the only way I can go. It's a bad take. I mean,
so you just refuse to agree with anything he says tonight. That's your.
Well, no, I said I hate to. It doesn't mean I'm not going to.
All right, okay.
So in this case, it is a bad take. Evan Ingram, like Mundungus said, he's going to be productive because that's who he is. But one thing that you have to take into consideration, he is, he's a tight end, and that is one of the hardest positions to pick up a play, a scheme at, because it is one of the most complicated positions to play on an offensive, side of a ball. Sean Payton historically has one of the most complicated systems in the NFL. It takes a while for everybody to really pick up on it. So when you take into consideration that at that position, in that scheme, it's going to take him a while to kind of come along. And at the same time, to your point, Mundungus, Cortland Sutton, absolutely, dominated last season for the Broncos, and he already has a shorthand and a connection to Bo Nix, and that's just something that I think they're going to continue to build on. So, yeah, I'm going bad take as well.
Yeah, it is a bad take. That's why I put it out there. Jay is still on Damari Mathis's jock, so welcome back.
He's
Jay.
on orange and blue, so that represents Johnny. So you got to take some points off of that.
No.
No, don't forget you have Glenn on your side. So if we're gonna do that, it's gonna.
Okay, never mind.
It's gonna work both ways. Yeah. Let's be careful what you wish for. Kind of there. Good job though. I like it. Now I did bring this up. Rowan McMillan is a beast. Okay.
Yes.
He's like 6'4". He's got he's got hands like 20-inch hands. Like he's got it all. Like he's a monster. Some will argue that we already have that with Court, but I mean that would be something crazy. But I initially set this up as Tet versus Omarion Hampton, but I kind of brought this up before the show. I'm actually a little more interested in the running back position solely with Henderson versus Hampton. If both of those guys were there at 20, and I know you guys have some different takes on this, but let's address this first. If Sean Payton and George Payton were going to take one of these two, which one would you prefer before you throw in, who your favorite running back may or may not be? If you had to choose between Henderson or Hampton at 20, which would it be? And Johnny, I'll let you go first.
So on this one, I'm going to go with Henderson. I think that he's going to I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of exactly how I want to say this. I think that Henderson he's built big, but he's got speed.
Yeah.
And he's got amazing cuts. He's got he's very smooth and he's very decisive. He's got good vision. And so does and take nothing away from Omarion Hampton, him as well. He does as well. But I just think the more film I have watched, I have literally jumped from running back to running back this entire offseason in the draft. 1 minute I'm sitting on this, sitting there going like, yeah, this guy, and the next minute I'm on the next going, wait a minute. And that's kind of what's happened to me with Travion Henderson. Is I was all over the idea of Omarion Hampton, and then I started watching film on Travion Henderson, and I'm like, you know what, that guy can run with absolute finesse, but also with power. And I just think that would it'd be a great boon to this running back room, and I would definitely be here for that pick.
Yeah, what do you say? What do you say, Mike?
Well, here's my thing. So Henderson, I do like Travion Henderson. He's 5'10", 202, so he's average size, I guess. I wouldn't say he's big, but he runs like he's big, right?
I mean, when I said big, I meant wide. He's built
If
wide.
you're looking at like who's the better running back, you have to go Omarion Hampton. He's a bit bigger at 6 foot 220, so he's going to be able to hit the hole a little bit harder. He's going to be able to break the big tackles, run it up the middle. And when you're kind of combining it with Jaleel McLaughlin, you kind of have to have a little bit of a difference. So I think you go Omarion Hampton with the bigger size and then switch it up with Jaleel McLaughlin. My only concern is that Hampton and Henderson both had a lot of carries last year. And my concern is that even if you have them for 2, 3, 4 years, with the amount of carries they've already had, you're going to burn them out quick.
Yeah. I don't know. Was he 21 years old, though? I mean, he can take it. I mean, I get that.
Running backs wear out quick.
Yeah. And that's the thing. And that's there's always the don't take a running back in the first. But the one good thing about that is you have a cost-controlled running back. I mean, it sounds cold, but you use them up, burn them up. And then, 4 years later, if you want to move on, you move on. If you don't want to move on, you got the 5th-year option. So I like that. Now, if you were to prefer a running back, who's your guy? Mundungus, Creavey. Tell Broncos Country who your running back is that you have. That's the realistic running back.
Realistic running back wouldn't be in the first. It'd be Caleb Johnson out of Iowa. I love Caleb Johnson. Big guy, 6'1", 224. He's the one that can get in there, take the big hits, give the big hits. He's kind of like the size of Javonte, like the first year before he got hurt, and the skills of Javonte before he got hurt, which is what we wanted. Javonte was that ex-linebacker that was able to give a hit as well as take a hit, and that's kind of what Caleb Johnson does. And I love the fact that you could get him later in the second round.
And how about his vision? Is he known for having good vision, or is that?
He's one of those one-cut running backs, kind of like TD was. He sees the hole, hits a cut, and then goes instead of dancing around the backfield.
You get a point just for mentioning TD. Johnny, you got a running back you like that we might be able to get?
It would be Caleb Johnson.
Oh wow.
He is absolutely. To my earlier point, kind of what I said when I was talking about Travion Henderson and being built big. I didn't mean like height-wise. He's built solid.
Oh no, yeah, he's a brick crap.
But when you look at Caleb Johnson, now that's a big dude, and he is built like a bruiser, and he can play absolutely like a bruiser. Mundungus said it right at the middle. He can play Red Rover with the defensive line and win. He falls forward more often than not, and has again that great vision. He sees the hole and he finds a way to find it, and then he takes off to the races, and he's fast.
Yeah.
So for me, Caleb Johnson would absolutely be. After, like I said, I've gone from running back to running back this entire offseason, and I keep landing in different places. But now that I've had time to really research each one, Caleb Johnson's the one that I'm like, dude, we can get him. Pretty convincingly can get him, and he would definitely be an upgrade in that position.
Yeah, I love it. I don't think it's gonna be hard to upgrade that position. I know we're gonna do it.
No.
It'll be interesting.
Let's do an upgrade.
While we're on the subject, should we sign J.K. Dobbins after the draft? Let's say we only pick up one running back in the draft, should we sign a vet and maybe get old Jelly Knees Dobbins at least on the team through camp and see what he brings, see if he's healthy, and see, because it would be nice to have at least one vet rookie or vet running back that can hold down some pass protection until these guys prove they can do it. Mike, what do you say to J.K. Dobbins?
I say no. There are two running backs out there in free agency that have knee problems, and the Broncos have the best medical staff in the NFL. That's why we were number one as far as not having injuries on the team through the season over the last two seasons. So if it's me, instead of J.K. Dobbins, I want Nick Chubb. When you look at Nick Chubb, when he's healthy, he is the best running back in the NFL outside of Saquon Barkley. When he is healthy,
you said when he's healthy, right?
Right, but that's what I'm saying. If you're debating between J.K. Dobbins with knee problems and Nick Chubb with knee problems, and you got to pick one of the two, Nick Chubb is better than J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah, that's fair. I like that.
Okay.
What do you say, Mr. Viking?
I'm gonna go. Yeah. Sign J.K. Dobbins to a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
He's not. He's going to be cheaper than Nick Chubb. It doesn't break the bank, and it get to your point, Mike. It puts or Mike C, I guess, because there's two of you.
It's my show. I'm the only
Mike. Yeah, I'm sorry. But to your point, he definitely puts a veteran presence in that room, somebody that the youngsters can maybe feed off of, learn from, learn some technique, things like that. That would be important, and you could do it a little bit cheaper than Nick Chubb, and maybe that could save us some money to maybe bring in a veteran wide receiver or something else that we might need, somebody else that we might consider bringing in during the offseason. So yeah, I would say I would sign J.K. Dobbins if the interest is there and the deal is right.
Yeah. Yeah. And a veteran wide receiver is probably coming too, but, Sean's made it very clear. He doesn't do the bell cow thing. So, maybe just, and again, you bring, Chubb, Dobbins, either one of these guys on has been my point for months now. And then if we don't need them, then, send them down the road. It's a cold business.
Well, and you
sign them to a 1-year deal.
You can consider the fact that last year he was the runner-up for most improved. Yeah. Comeback player of the year. He definitely had a phenomenal 2024 campaign.
Yeah, and one of the other points is like you talk about Nick Chubb and how he'd be more expensive than J.K. Dobbins. Honestly, does that even matter right now? Like, I keep
Probably
saying
not.
on the show, just give him a Walmart. Like, that'll be his salary. He owns a Walmart, and that's what he can get in his contract. Like, at this point, we need a good running back. Chubb is better than Dobbins. Go get him. Use him for 2 or 3 years. You got Chubb, you got McLaughlin, and then you go and draft a running back, and then you see what else you have in Estime. You got 4 running backs that can rotate in and out, and we don't have to risk any injury.
Yeah, good point. Love that from both of you. You know what? I'm gonna tie it back up because I'm benevolent.
Oh,
I love my guests.
benevolent.
Benevolent host. All right, this is something I've been asking everybody. This will probably be the last time I ask this one, but I think Dre Greenlaw was a great pickup.
Yes.
The team absolutely loves Singleton, but he's 32 years old, coming off is it an ACL or is it
ACL.
an Achilles? Okay, so now you've got. So I'm asking you to put on your prediction hat again. When the season starts, will it be Greenlaw and Singleton first up out on the field, or will it be Sternad, or even, dare I say, Sanders, who apparently forgot how to play football after he left Alabama or wherever he came from? What do you say, Johnny? You go first. Put it out put it out for everybody. Who's going to be the starting inside linebackers there?
It's going to be Greenlaw and Singleton. I don't think Justin Sternad has put forward. He's had some good games. He's had some good moments, but I don't think he's put forward enough yet to argue, his way into the starting position. I believe that, again, we've talked about it with Bo Lowry leading our training, our training and conditioning and health and all that. He's going to absolutely keep. I think Alex Singleton comes back, ready to go. And I think that with Greenlaw and Singleton, both of them with their experience, they're gonna. That's definitely the best pairing to put out there to start. I'm not saying that Singleton will be with this team after the 2025 season.
Yeah.
But I do believe that at least starting the season out, those two will be the ones that we see on the field. And I believe Singleton, because we know that the team loves him. They voted him a captain last season. He wore the green dot until he got hurt. I think being the incumbent, defensive field general, he will continue to wear the green dot. Until he does inevitably, walk on down the road, and then it's Greenlaw's at that point.
Yeah. Well done, Michael.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be Greenlaw and Singleton, but at the same time, I think that eventually it's going to become a 50-50. It's going to become a 50-50 split between Singleton and Sanders. And the reason I say that is because they've moved around Sanders so much since he's come to the Broncos. He started inside, then he went outside, moved him to edge. Then he kind of, Swiss Army knifed him around the defense. He got a couple of games at inside linebacker last season, and he played decent. So I think that it's going to be Greenlaw and Singleton, but I think that Sanders is better in coverage than Singleton is. And so I think at some point next season, it's going to be Greenlaw and Singleton / Sanders.
Yeah, I think you're both right on the money there. Way more than Jay Weaver is, because he's a bag of cats. I literally had no idea how crazy he was until the last 2 weeks.
You just wait to see Drew Sanders become our Bobby Boucher, man. He's gonna be through that line, crushing people. Stop making fun of me.
All right, well let's try and keep Jay off the comments for 5 minutes while we handle some
timeout. He's
here.
In timeout.
Timeout. Let's do some famous Broncos, shall we? Oh, gentlemen, it is time for a little taboo. And you guys know the rules. I'm going to get you to say a player's name. We're a team now, whoever's turn it is. And I can tell you anything but their name or their number. All I need you to do is tell me who they are. You'll have 1 minute. We'll name as many as we can. The record was set last week by BK at 12. So good luck
And
to
then
you.
tied by Cam.
Did Cam tie it at 12?
He tied him at 12.
I don't give him credit for that.
Overachiever.
Yeah, overachiever. Yeah. All right. Now, if you've been paying attention, almost all of these are the same ones we've used in the past. So I expect at least 10. Of course, it depends on me, too. I know that half of this falls on me. And, Johnny, you won the toss. So are you ready, sir?
Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's go. Woo! I got a live studio audience here tonight. This is kind of fun. All right, here we go. Ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Johnny, I'm nervous for you. All right, here we go. Starting the clock. And Hall of Fame safety, Smiling Assassin.
Oh, Steve Atwell.
Oh, he would howl to the moon if he got a sack in Super Bowl 50.
Derek Wolfe.
The coach before Shanahan, the longtime Denver Broncos coach.
Dan Reeves.
Our number one wide receiver from last year.
Cortland Sutton.
He's a cornerback. They call him Strap. Super Bowl 50. Cornerback.
Chris Harris Jr.
This cornerback passed away in like 06. He was shot with, he was out with Brandon Marshall and them. He was a young second-year cornerback and passed. We got this free agent from Dallas before Super Bowl 50. He was
DeMarcus Ware.
We just signed this tight end to be our joker.
Evan Ingram.
The greatest running back in Bronco history.
Terrell Davis.
He's our defensive lineman. He needs a new contract. He's a superstar.
JFM.
Time's up. Superstar. JFM. Are you kidding me? Zach Allen was the name you were looking for.
Okay,
all right.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's bad clues. It's all on me. It's bad clues.
No, it's not. That's on me too.
Darren Williams was the other one.
Yeah, Darren Williams. You still got 8.
That's right. Thank you. I got 8.
You still got 8. Yeah,
I'm happy with
It's
that.
respectable.
Epic fail right here. Here we go.
Well, with that kind of attitude, you will.
With that kind of attitude.
Us Catholics got to stick together now. Let's go. Let me get it. Let's go. Is it? And it's spectacles,
testicles, watch, wallet.
So you did it backwards. That's a 1-point deduct. It's wallet and watch.
It's not back.
Even my wife knows that.
Watch is on the left.
Tell them what it is.
Spectacles, testicles. Whoops, wallet, watch.
I made her say testicles.
Okay, but if your wallet,
Can we get a scoreboard? Can we get a scoreboard in here for Mike himself and give him some points for getting his wife to say testicles on live
in front of the whole world? Oh my gosh, let's catch up.
Yes.
Jay went from Let's to Mathis. Who's next? Crawl. Oh, that's Cecil Lammy's job. Cecil Lammy.
Oh,
yeah. And I'll give this. All right, here we go. Sorry.
Nonsense.
Sorry about that. All right, let's forget. We're scrubbing the last 10 seconds. Don't ever bring it up again, folks. It never happened. That was an AI machine off to this side that said that word.
Yeah.
Mundungus, you ready? New record coming.
Sure.
Here we go. Hey, you have the energy.
Do
You can
it.
do this. Let's
Do
do
it.
it. Let's go. Let's go.
Glenn, text me the answers.
Glenn would get like 15 of these. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. Our cornerback who was traded for Clinton Portis, Hall of Fame cornerback.
Cam Bailey.
Our current best cornerback, defensive player of the year.
Pat Surtain.
The Snake.
Jake Plummer.
McDaniels traded this quarterback to Chicago.
Jay Cutler.
Oh my gosh. He's a first-round defensive end from 97. He's in the Ring of Fame. Shares his first name with Simeon. The Blank is Right is a game show.
Trevor
Jesus,
Price.
this is a tough one. Yes, let's go. Our big running back from last year that got benched for the Buffalo game.
Oh, that's Estime.
Oh, he's a defensive end from Louisville. He had really long arms, but he was like only 5'10", and we lost him to the Fax Gate. He was really good.
Elvis Dumerville.
There you go. The greatest tight end in Broncos history.
Shannon Sharp.
The franchise, 60s, 70s running back.
Oh, Floyd Little.
Oh, you got it just in time. Well done. Nice. Now, I think you did okay.
I hope so.
2,
I didn't miss any, did I?
3, 4. My hands are dry. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got him by 1. 9. Well done. Well done. Well done. That was close.
That was fun. That was fun.
Those were a little tough this time, I have to admit. And it was just the bad clues, guys. You guys did great. If it hadn't been for my crappy clues and knowing that my wife said a bad word tonight, I would have been a little more on the ball.
I was hoping you weren't going to stop at Louisville end with long arms because I was like,
yeah. Mike is clearly an environmentalist. He does more recycling than anyone else. It is true. There are time factors, Glenn. And you know what? You are in timeout, and I deduct 5 points from you next time you're on. I do reuse a lot of these. It's just a.
He was just applauding you for saving the earth.
He's a jerk. He's the worst. Glenn's my worst person that I know. Guys, let's talk about Sean Payton for a second. I was having this conversation the other day. We have Bo Nix going into his second year. Sean's dying to win a Super Bowl with this guy. But he's 61 years old. He's on a 4-year deal, I believe. Now, we know he'll be extended. But how long would you say Sean Payton will coach? If you're looking at – are you looking at a Pete Carroll trajectory, who Pete is, 72 now? Do you see a 10-year coaching reign with Sean Payton? Mike, start us off with that. What do you think of that?
I think we get 8 more years out of him, so 10 altogether. I think he gets 8 more years, 3 Super Bowls, and then he's done.
3 Super Bowls?
3
Did
Super
you say
Bowls.
that?
3 Super Bowls, 8 more years. I mean, at that point, I think you have. So think about it, right? Like, you look at the Saints and the year they won the Super Bowl. The best player on that team was Drew Brees. They didn't really have anybody else. I mean, they had a couple here and there that were good, but you look at the Broncos roster now and how much better we could be in the next 8 years. I don't see why we can't win 3 more Super Bowls, get 8 more years out of Sean Payton, and then at that point he's won 4. What does he need to stick in the game for?
Bo Nix's Hall of Fame induction? I don't know. I love it. I love the optimism. Johnny, what do you say? How long are we keeping Sean Payton?
So I'm going to go with 10 years from now. So 12 total.
Oh.
Yeah. Here's the thing about
He'll be 71.
Sean Payton is somewhat cantankerous at times, but he has a lot of energy. And I just get this feeling he loves doing what he does. We've seen guys, like you said, Pete Carroll, Bill Belichick, coach well into their 70s. Wade Phillips. There are several guys like that. They just want to keep going because of the love of the game. And that is who Sean Payton is to me. He can be cantankerous and hard to deal with, especially with the media. But he is but he definitely loves the game of football. And I think as long as he can be doing it, he wants to be doing it. He already retired once, and he was like, I hate this. And he came back.
Yeah.
So, to me, that speaks as long as he can possibly be on that field and not go Gary Kubiak on us, he will be.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, I like that. I think you guys are right. I think we will see him around for quite a while. He's got a good thing going there. And,
or maybe he does 8-10 years, steps out, and then Kevin James steps in and replaces him.
Oh, God.
There we go.
So we're doing bad jokes tonight. That's the theme of the show.
He already started it off with one.
That's fair. No points. No points for that. We kind of touched on running back, but I do want an answer to this. And I'm not talking about the guy comes out for one play and is the starter on the roster. But do you honestly feel like our starting running back is on the roster right now, Johnny?
Yeah. We actually talked about this on Tuesday, if you recall, Mike.
I was stoned. That's not true. I don't really do drugs. I just said that because I'm trying to make people forget what my wife said 5 minutes ago.
So you might call this one a hot take. You might call this one a hot take, but I am very, very high on Audric Estimate. I think that he struggled early on, and I think he kind of got in his own head, and that happens. He had the fumble issues, and after that, he was kind of all up in his own head and couldn't really get out of it. Sports psychologists exist for that simple reason right there. I think he has a lot of fuel in the tank, so to speak, and I think that he is going to really, really improve this offseason. He's going to get he's going to get back into the game the way that he was when we thought we were getting him, the kind of player we thought we were getting when we drafted him out of Notre Dame last season. And I really think he's gonna come back and make a comeback and be the guy, that at least leads that room. Maybe not leads that room in terms of leadership if we do go out and get a vet, but he'll be the bell. If there is a bell cow running back, I believe Audric Estime will be.
Okay, fair enough. Are you buying into the Audric Estime hype there, Mundungus Creavey?
I am not. And I liked Audric Estime and what he was doing at the beginning of the season, but then there were a lot of behind the scenes training and practices and extra little drills he was running to hold on to the football because he was having fumbling problems throughout the year. I do think that we have the starting running back on the team, but I think it's Jaleel McLaughlin. Because when you look at a Sean Payton offense, depending on who you're playing, is going to depend on what style of run game he runs. So you look at a Jaleel McLaughlin playing against a team that can't get on the outside, you're going to have Jaleel McLaughlin start the game running on the outside, doing those jet sweeps, things like that. I think that the bell cow, as you would say, would probably be the guy that's in the draft. But I think Jaleel McLaughlin and that drafted running back would be a 50-50 split. So I do think Jaleel McLaughlin would be that starting running back on the Broncos.
Yeah, it's nice that both of you are wrong at the same time. So it's good. I don't have to punish anybody for being wrong because you were both wrong. Our running back's not on the team yet. That's just my opinion. Let's do this. Any player in the draft.
Any player.
Just any.
Any one of them. Genty, any of them. Who's it going to be, Mike? Who are you taking?
Might not like this answer, but I'm gonna be truthful.
Well, I hope so.
I'm going defensive tackle, and I'm going Kenneth Grant, the defensive lineman, the DT out of Michigan.
You're right. I don't like it.
Right? But when you look at the Broncos roster, right? Other than running back, the only other hole that we have is defensive tackle. And Genty is another one of those guys that, everybody wants Genty, but he's got a lot of tread on those tires, right? Like they have used the crap out of him in college. So if we're going with the Broncos and what they need and what would make us better, I want Kenneth Grant. He's 6'4", 331, right next to DJ Jones. Like that is a massive defensive interior.
Okay. Yeah, true. Any player, just as a reminder, you can have any player in the draft. Okay. All right. Johnny, what's that?
Like I said.
All right. So
I'm going to give you 1 point just for standing up for yourself. I like that.
So this one for me, my cousin in the comment right there, he's already thrown it in there, but I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there. That was who I had. That's who I want. The Broncos are in a position where they can pick right now best player available at any position and be great. And be
Salisbury steak is delicious.
I mean, Glenn, you get all your points back just for that comment. Go ahead, Johnny. I'm sorry.
Okay, so the Broncos are in a position right now where they can pick best player available to them and be and improve this roster and be good, with that pick no matter who it is. And if I'm not needing to take a quarterback, which we don't need to take a quarterback anymore for the first time ever, hallelujah, it's got to be Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter is a generational talent. He's one of those. He is that once in a generation guy that comes along that can do what he does. He was coached by another player who did the same thing years before in college. You could draft him to be a wide receiver. You could draft him to be a defensive back. He is amazing at both. He is the Heisman Trophy winner. He is just such a phenomenal player. There's no question if there was a single player in this draft, regardless of the fact that it's CU buffs. Like looking past the fact that he's a CU buff, it would be Travis Hunter.
Quiet, kids.
I'm trying. Like, they're banging on the door. Like, go
it doesn't
away.
matter. Like, we can barely hear it. We love it. We love.
Mine are on bed, and mine are all threatened under penalty of death if they got out of bed. Right
yeah.
now, so.
The Carmellini Ranch is a child-friendly place. Don't you worry about it. We love kids here. Yeah. So the correct answer, Johnny had the correct answer. So congratulations on that. Let's go. Let me pause for a second. I do need to do this. There's your score update. And I just want to let everyone know that next Thursday, April 10th, we will have Brandon Perna from That's Good Sports and Mari Vitanzi from Altitude Adjustment. That's a good matchup right there. That's going to be killer. Mm-hmm. And the following week, we've got these Yahoos, if I can get this to go. Someone called Ryan Edwards, KOA Sports. I don't really know him. And then Coach Mike Sanford from Altitude Radio. He's one of my favorite dudes in the business. We'll be back head-to-head with Ryan, who's been my number one, actually, media member for 3 years in a row, I think. So good on Ryan, I guess. But let's be honest, I'm not going to let him win because his head is just ridiculously huge now, obviously. But I like the answers. I think it's funny because I think the crazy is split between the two shows that you're on. Like Jay is carrying the crazy over here, and now I think Mundungus is carrying the crazy for his own show. That's what I've kind of noticed here. So yeah, it's nice to have a little crazy on the show. I like that. Let's do a quick hit though. We're building the roster for the Broncos right here on the show, folks. Court's back. He's coming back. He's coming to camp. I'm all happy. I know that I have talked to several people who know there was a time where I was very worried about Cortland not coming back, but I think they're gonna take care of that. So the question is for you gentlemen, and Johnny, we'll start with you. Who will be wide receiver 2 opposite? And if you say Evan Ingram, I punch you in the face and deduct 10 points. So don't do that.
Well,
answer the question. Wide receiver, Mems, Vele, someone from the draft. Who's going to be wide receiver 2 next season?
Well, it's been a while since I've been punched in the face, and I could definitely use the wake-up call.
It's a figurative
I'm going to
punch.
stick. Yeah.
Well, of course, you do come to Longmont, so we could, it could happen.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
My parents' backyard. We'll just throw down. But no, wide receiver 2 is going to be Devon Bailey. They had big plans for him, and he showed a lot in training camp, and he was doing so good. The kids are furious about that dumb. But stop interrupting.
I'm going to start a new show that's just nothing but Glenn's comments. I'm gonna sign on, and we're just gonna do Glenn comments the whole night.
So we're gonna call it Nothing But Glenn.
Nothing but Glenn.
But no, it's gonna be Devon Bailey. They had, like I said, he put out some great stuff in training camp. Was having a phenomenal, preseason, and they had a lot of high hopes for what he was gonna bring to the table. In the first game, he breaks his ribs and is out for, and is limited and out for a few games. And still, as a rookie, managed to put together some very, very solid play. Good long extended plays, deep passes over the middle of the, some great passing over the, pass catches over the middle of the field. Some yards after catch in that. He picked up, he caught that triple bobbled pass in the end zone, for Bo Nix to reach the all-time rookie scoring record. And he's got great vision. He's got great instincts, and he's big. He's got good hands. I just really think if Court's on one side, you've got Devon Bailey on the other.
Yeah, love it. Well done. Yep. What say you, Mundungus?
I don't see the scoreboard, Mike.
You don't?
I'm winning, so it's fine.
You don't need to. In fact, I'm deducting a point just for questioning.
I definitely think it's going to be Mims, but I think Troy Franklin's going to be a close third.
Whoa!
There is
a close third.
A close third. They'll be like third.
So you're saying
wide receiver.
He's wide receiver 3, but he's a close 2. He's close to being number 2. Is what you're saying?
So he's third. He's a close third. So it's going to be Cortland Sutton, obviously. Marvin Mims is going to have the yardage because of how they use him, especially from last year. Not only does he have the deep shots he can go out and catch and burn the cornerbacks, but he's also getting lined up in the backfield running the ball like the jet sweep. They did it a bunch of times with Mims last year, and they're going to use him the same way this year. There is still a connection between Bo Nix and Troy Franklin, and I think they're going to use him opposite Mims or Sutton because of his speed to go deep, whereas Vele would be more of a 15, 20-yard out possession receiver, get the ball when they need to get some yardage. But I do think it's going to be Mims because of how he's being used with Troy Franklin right behind.
Yeah. Not that anybody cares. I think Mike's right. I think it will be Mims. I think that Vele is really good though. So, so Glenn has this idea. We give a point for each kid they have.
Oh, that's not fair.
That's not fair.
Sounds fair
That's
to
not
me.
fair at all.
Sounds fair to a Catholic who lives.
I got 6.
I ain't that sounds fair to you, bud. I cut myself off at 3. Thank you very much.
I cut myself after 6.
Literally cut himself, probably is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Just pocket knife the whole thing.
All right, guys. Before we get into the last subject and the big debate, let's have a little different trivia tonight. Since Glenn got on me about reusing stuff.
Oh boy.
And how do I block this Glenn Hauser cat? Can I just block him? Is there a way to do that?
Oh yeah, there's a way.
Good.
All right, you won the toss, Johnny. Here you go. These are so easy. I'm going to be so
I'm
disappointed
sure.
if you don't get these.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm going to give you. All right, I'll give you guys a choice because again, I'm kind and merciful,
Benevolent.
benevolent. Yes. Do you want the name and you have to guess the nickname, or do you want the nickname and tell me who it was?
Nickname, tell me who it was.
All right.
Yeah, nickname, tell you who it was.
So I'm going to give you the nickname, and you're going to give me the name of the player.
All right.
Here we go.
I'm going to do bad.
Johnny, did you say you're going to do bad?
I don't know. I'm nervous about this one.
That's a deduct. Oh, this negativity just not. There'll be no more negativity. I'm going to go right down the list. Here we go. Sweetness.
I have no idea.
Would you like to steal?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Walter Payton.
It is Walter Payton. Well done. That's a point.
Like I said, I don't. Yeah.
Johnny, no more negative. Positive
I didn't
thoughts.
say anything. Let's go.
Mike, this one's yours. This is even easier than the last one. The bus.
Jerome Bettis.
Oh, see, you would have got that one, wouldn't you, Johnny?
I would have gotten that one.
Yeah. See, I can see your blue tears just running down your cheeks
Yeah, right.
right there off your mascara. By the way, your mascara is running if you didn't know.
A lot.
All right. This one's actually, they're just getting easier. This is crazy. Johnny, this is for you. Prime time. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Maybe if I say it, prime time. Does that help if I say it?
Oh,
like
yeah.
that?
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's Deion Sanders. It's Deion Sanders.
There you go.
I told you. I'm not the best with nicknames, but it's fun. I'm having fun regardless.
I would just like everyone to recognize my Deion Sanders imitation was spot on.
It was great. It was
amazing.
It was good.
It was good. You guys are just saying
I
that
wanna
into
hear-
my show.
I want to hear Smeagol from Lord of the Rings next.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I'm not doing Smeagol. I'll do Gollum though.
All right.
Glenn, you can't say that in the chat. Oh my gosh. He's saying bad words in the chat.
That doesn't shock me.
Naughty. Whose question is this?
Mine.
This is Mike's. Oh, here we go. Another easy one. The refrigerator.
Perry.
William
Perry.
Perry. William, did you say
Perry.
Richard?
No, William Perry.
Well, I'm being really. I'm going to rewind and find out. Okay, here we go. Are you looking up nicknames on your phone, Johnny?
No, I'm actually texting my wife.
No phone.
Now,
I'm actually hang on. I'm legit texting my wife.
am I supposed to wait while you text your wife?
No, for like. Okay.
Where's
No,
the
I'm
deduct
sorry.
button?
I'm sorry. She
Another
was, she
deduct.
was,
Goes back another point.
No, for real. This had to do with the weather, the like severe weather.
Oh, so you're under a tornado. Okay, I'll give you a point.
So-
Excuses.
It's a pity point. I give pity points here. There you go.
Yeah. All right.
Pity point. All right, Johnny, this is for you. The Nigerian Nightmare.
Oh, that was Christian Okoye.
Let's go. Let's go. Look at you. I'm so proud of you and your
Oh, thank you.
shawl and your
I feel it. I feel it right here, Mike. I feel it right
It's
here.
all good. All good. All right, just a couple more. Let's. This is fun for me. I like watching you guys sweat. Mundungus. Let's go with Megatron.
Oh, Calvin Johnson.
Calvin Johnson. I mean, this is nothing hard about this. Ooh, this one's fun. If you better get this one, or he's going to steal it, Johnny. The Freak.
The Freak.
Yeah. This might be a little old for you guys. This is probably early 2000s.
He can try to steal it if he wants.
Glenn, I bet Glenn is in the comments. He knows.
I'm sure Glenn is sitting here like,
these.
yeah, Glenn knows.
Thanks
I
for
don't.
not like SOS. And of course, picturing Johnny washing up after the show, realizing he didn't know who Primetime was. And this is the Battle of the Bears. Hello, Paul. Welcome back. Mundungus, are you stealing the Freak?
I don't think I am.
He's a super freak, super freaky. It was Javon Curse. He was a.
Oh, okay.
He was
Okay.
the Freak.
I mean, I remember the name.
I'll do
Pretty
these
well.
last two just because I know you guys will get them. And Mike, this is for you. Beast Mode.
Marshawn Lynch.
That's right. And I hate to even bring this up here, but why not? Johnny, the Juice.
O.J. Simpson.
There you go. Shout out to you guys. You did well. Not to OJ.
The glove fits.
But the glove fits. Wear it. Oh,
Or not.
and then Javon Curse. Yeah, Glenn, you're late as usual. Guys, let's do. Here's one I've been interested in all night. So next year, we already had a top 10 defense last year. A couple more moves, we're going to have a top 10 offense. But are the Broncos a top 10 team? If you were to do your power rankings, looking in the future, are the Broncos going to end up the season as a top 10 team in 2025? Johnny, what say you, sir?
Absolutely. Top 10. I'd say falling somewhere around 6 or 7.
Let's go.
But the way that I feel about it, the way I look at it, our defense was so ridiculously dominant last season, and we just added 2 pieces that are just leaps and bounds ahead of the guys that are currently at those positions, or that were at those positions, rather, I should say. This defense is only getting better. We've already added plugged a major hole and need on offense, and something that will help Bo Nix get way better. You're going to have Bo Nix in his second year. I don't believe he's going to go into this so-called sophomore slump that a lot of people are calling for, because he's got such high work ethic. And I really think that there's going to be a lot of improvement offensively, especially now that this team is coming back together. Really didn't lose anybody major, and they're going to have a second year all together with Sean Payton. I think that it's definitely trending upward, and the only way you can go is into the top 10. That's where we're going.
Yep. Love it. Love it all. Mundungus.
I think we are.
I had to. Just one.
I think we are right on like the end of that top 10. I think we're like 9 or 10. And the only reason I say that is because there's so many good teams in the AFC and the NFC, between the Eagles and the Commanders, and you got the entire NFC North. You've got the Bills, you've got the Ravens. But I do think that we're 9 or 10 just because our offense is going to be better with Evan Ingram, with whatever running back we get. Our defense was top 10 and has already gotten better. And I think that we're better than the Chiefs. I think that the Chiefs have a bad year and they get knocked out of the top 10.
Man, I went through an emotional roller coaster on that answer. Like, I wanted to deduct points, and then I wanted to give you 1,000,000 points. I wasn't sure what to do with it. Well done.
I mean, it's like
me for a loop.
It's one of those things where it's like we're right there, right? Like, we're not quite like a top 5 because there's so many good teams, but I think we're going to be good enough to be in the top 10, but just on the tail end of it.
Fine, I'll give you one more point. There you go. Take the lead, why don't you? Guys, you guys are this is as tight as it gets right here. I love this. Let's see if we can break this. Let's go to the big debate and see if we can break this out here. Let's get a lead here. Can I have my headphone back before you leave? My live studio audience is leaving.
That may have been like that was kind of weird. Like you reached over for your headphone, and at the same time, Mundungus reached with his arm for his drink, and it like crossed like right where you were reaching.
We crossed
like
the
you were reaching
streams.
into his picture.
Yeah, cross.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Don't cross the streams.
Dude, don't cross the streams, Ray.
He said no. How many times have we seen that movie? I can't even.
I
don't know.
I couldn't even begin to try to count.
It might be one of the most watched ever. Oh, who was the MVP of the Broncos last season? I have a feeling that we're going to have some interesting takes here. I will give you mine, just so you know what I'm looking for if you want to win this game. But Bo Nix was clearly the MVP of the team last year. And anybody that says otherwise is just trying to be cool. So, Mike, let's start with you. Be cool.
So obviously, Bo Nix, Cortland Sutton, those guys are all right there for MVP. But you have a guy that's coming onto a brand new team that's filling in for what should have been an all-pro player a couple times. And he was able to cover for Levi Wallace when he was playing like crap. Damari Mathis, he was playing like crap. You've got Brandon Jones on the defense coming in, filling in for Justin Simmons, which is a huge role to fill. Like Justin Simmons was massive on the Broncos, and Brandon Jones stepped in and helped carry that defense to a top 10 ranking because of his consistent play and that he was able to cover for the weaknesses in the middle of the field. So I'm going Brandon Jones.
Wow. That was terrible.
Thank you.
Maybe not Will Lutz level because he didn't deduct a point for every second that you talked, but
That's right. I did. I actually did deduct points every second that Jay postulated that it was Lutz. So he lost like 30 points. It's not that bad, but you are definitely the crazy in 52 crazy.
I try.
At least you have one an argument could be made for. I do like that. I would just say before I move to Johnny, if Bo Nix wasn't playing, it would be bad. We can agree with that. If Brandon wasn't playing, it could be bad, but you don't know. I don't know. Yeah, no, sorry, it's batshit crazy. I can't defend that. Sorry. I tried to talk myself into it, but I can't. Johnny, who's your MVP of the team?
Well, I gotta ask you one question before I go, and that is, you said MVP on the Broncos? Does that have to be a player?
Yeah.
Or could it?
Most valuable player. It's literally in the name.
Okay.
Player. Most valuable player.
Oh, okay, fine. Then I
What the hell is up with these guys?
Listen,
Shut up, Glenn. You're fired.
I had a thought, okay, and I was gonna roll with it, but I'm gonna go.
Go with your gut.
I'm definitely not, because you just told me it has to be a player. I'm not getting any points deducted for it. So most valuable player was Bo Nix. There is nobody else that you can say. You can't. Bo Nix comes out as a rookie onto a team that had 13, 14, 15 quarterbacks over a 9-year span, trying to just be relevant for 5 seconds, that had gone through coaches after coaches trying to make a good quarterback. Bo Nix, as a rookie, walks out on the field, struggles for about 4 games, a little bit, and then just figures it out and steps up and starts leading. And I'm not saying leading on the field, off the field, he's leading. Guys are respecting him. The locker room is respecting him. They're following him. They're listening to him on and off the field. He's getting into it with the fans. He's having a good time. He's getting into it with his head coach on the sideline. He's got the balls.
Let's
to
go.
Step up to a dude like Sean Payton and be like, "Look, I get what you're saying, but I was right on this one." Okay.
There's been a lot of ball testicle
You know,
talk
yeah.
on the show
Yeah.
tonight.
But he,
Learn a lot more
He
than
had the
more
test-
than usual. More than usual.
the guy had the testicular fortitude to stand up to his coach and tell him, "No, I get what you're saying. I get I'm a rookie, but I was right on this." And Sean Payton respected the hell out of that. And then he goes, and in the second half of the season, after game 9, he throws like 20, 22, 23 touchdowns. The dude was doing great things. And, okay, you know what? Shut it.
He thought it meant person. Most valuable person.
But the point is, Bo Nix was without a doubt the most valuable player on this team, and he will continue to be so for a long time. I truly believe so.
Bag of cats, you guys. Just a bag of cats. Love this. Love this show. Now, we do have this would be the final score. I think Mike clearly won the night, even with his batshit crazy takes. But I do have a few points to award, as per usual. And again, this show is not a fair contest. It never will be. Anybody that took the effort to put on the paint, the eyes, the horns, gets 10 extra points. And then just for Mike, I got to give it to Johnny, but I got to make it close because you're the only person I've met who balances out the crazy of Jay Weaver. And I think the world needs that. I think we need more because that guy, says some really crazy shit and believes it. So I do love that. Stop saying that. He loves cats. Guys, I want to thank all you guys for coming in the chat, but I don't know what Rich is talking about. And Adam Sandler. But cats are evil. Apparently cats aren't evil. They would kill you if they could. But
I'm a dog person.
Yeah, I'm a dog person too.
Me too.
But I mean, cats, but that's not evil, right? That's nature. That's just what they do.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, I believe that cats, when they sit there and stare at you with those dead little eyes that they give you, all they're thinking is, if I were big enough, I'd eat you.
Oh, for sure. They would totally eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you die and fall to the floor in
I'm
your
going
house
to
alone,
eat you.
the cat's going to start eating you within 5 minutes. The dog's going to be try to nuzzle you and sleep next to you for a couple days before it starts.
And then when they get really hungry, they're going to be like, "Okay, Donner Party, let's go."
Guess we're doing this. By the way, thank you everyone who has subscribed to my show. 600 subs in 2 months, I think is good. And I just want to thank you guys
really
from the
good, Mike.
bottom of my heart. And I would encourage you all, if you don't know who these gentlemen are, to find out, because these guys have two of my favorite shows and several shows on the MHRT network and the Orange and Blue network. We have Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue with Johnny, and the 5280 podcast with this idiot Glenn and Cam and Gage. But don't hold that against him, because Glenn is honestly fairly tolerable on the show. I will say that he's tolerable
on the show. Other than that,
Glenn's good people. I love Glenn.
It's not. It's not even $5.99. It's like $5.87 or something. But it's wishful thinking. We're gonna be there.
Okay.
I mean, by the end.
Hey, look! You're willing
in
into
the push
existence.
for 1,000.
It's a preemptive 600. So.
Hey, we're still trying to push to 300. So help us out.
Oh yeah. Get over there. You know what? You got to like and you got to subscribe. It helps us out so much. And even there's algorithms, matrices or something. I don't know what those things are called. But Mike, what do you say to your opponent who honestly got lucky with the makeup to take the win, because clearly you were superior tonight?
Yeah, I don't have to dress up to win.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I've got a big Deborah on my shirt. Like, come on.
Hey, I was taught dress for the job you want, and tonight the job I wanted was to be a winner. So
yeah, and he is a winner. I mean, know your host.
By default.
Know your host. Play the game. Guy came to win. You play to win the game. Herman Edwards, I believe, famously said. And you did, Johnny. Well done. Do you have a mic drop? Is there something you'd like to get off your ample chest tonight, and just let Broncos
Wow.
Country know that that you feel very strongly about.
Throw that C cup around there, Johnny.
He's a big guy. He's a big guy.
Damn. I'm gonna think I'm gonna go like
The show got weird. What can I tell you? The show got weird.
No, Mike drop. All I gotta say, I gotta show some mad respect first to Mike Carmellini for putting this together. I said it on Tuesday. I wish that I had thought of this a long time ago. What a brilliant thing to come up with, and it's an honor to be a part of it. And of course, to Mundungus over there, one of my long tenured friend. Like, we have been friends for a long time. I love you, buddy, and it was fun competing against you. And I really appreciate it. I can't wait for the rematch.
Oh yeah, that's coming.
And next time, paint your face.
I mean, if you would just step up your game in the debate, I wouldn't have to paint my face.
Oh,
You know
here
what
we
I'm saying?
go.
I didn't have to paint my face. I chose to. Like I said, I knew I was going to war tonight, so I put on my war paint.
You know what, guys? I thought it was great. I love doing the show. I love having guys like you come on. I am big fans of both of your shows. I think you know that. And it was wonderful to see you both. And I can't wait to see what's up next for you guys. And everything that's on your networks. I know they're both growing, and it's been a pleasure to watch you guys, and I learned a lot from both of you. And so, it's great to be in the space. I love doing the show, and I love that Broncos Country is tuning in and watching all of us, because we certainly enjoy it. And if you guys are good, I say we give them a, go Bo Nix and Mile High Salute, and we will see you guys next time. Stay on. I want to talk to you guys when we're done. Don't leave.